Okay, this is the insulation for a nail plate for an N50AE2 Hitachi pneumatic nailer. This is the nail plate. The nail plate is located in the bottom portion of the magazine where the nails are inserted. There's two slots in the bottom of the magazine here. This nail plate goes right in the slot that's right there in the corner. Just slide that in there. It has to go flush all the way down to the end of the nail plate. If you have trouble pushing it in there, you can push it down onto something, pushing the nail plate up in there. Just make sure that you don't go off to one side to where it bends. But once you get it in there, it should be flush just like that. Alright, after that you can go ahead and put your cover back on. You put your cover on there. Put your back plate on. There's a hole here and a peg that goes in there, and this back hole is for the bolt. Put your 3mm bolt in there. Tighten it down with your wrench. And make sure that's snug. There we go. Now we can put it back on the nailer. When we took the magazine off the nailer, the push lever came out. The push lever has a spring. This goes up into where the trigger is here. There's a straight side and a slanted side. The slanted side is going to go toward your trigger. So you put your spring back on, position it so the slanted side, there's a hole up inside there, a slot, and the slanted side is going to go toward the trigger. So you put that up inside there, hold that, grab your push lever, take the adjuster and put it over that. It's going to have some pressure on it, so make sure it doesn't fly out. And put your push lever on the bottom portion also. Kind of hold it all in place. And put your magazine back on. Put the back part, slide the back part on, like that, on the back here. And make sure your magazine goes all the way into the back of the nose here. At this point, you'll see that it lines up with the bolt here, the bolt hole. You can put that bolt back in the front, get that started, wrench, tighten it down, and this should be just above flush to get that snug. You can close that back down, lock that in just like that. Okay. Now on the back of the magazine you have a hex hole and a round hole. The round hole the bolt goes into. The nut goes in the hex hole. This is a locking nut, so the locking portion faces away from the tool. Just screw that on a little bit and then have it go down into the hex. Put your finger on there. Tighten it up. Don't strip out the screw. You're all done.